we share 9 delicious breakfast recipes. Some are sweet, some are savory, none of them have eggs. Why buy smoked salmon when you can make cured salmon for a fraction of the price? Making Gravlax is so much more affordable than buying it. Gravlax is just as delicious as smoked salmon, which is very expensive. With a little effort and some basic ingredients, you can cure your salmon and infuse it with delicious flavor. We bought this fresh Atlantic salmon on sale for $11 a pound. To make Gravlax, you need to buy fresh salmon, not defrosted fish. We trimmed off the fatty parts and sliced off a section that has a similar thickness throughout. You can also do this, but it's not necessary. We mainly did it so it would fit nicely into the container we used. Making Gravlax isn't a lot of work, but you need to do it over a few days. You just need to plan in advance. There's no rushing the process. Gently touch the fillet to check for bones. They're hard to see, so go by touch rather than sight. We used these tongs to remove bones. We didn't find any, but this is the technique to use. It's important to do this as the bones can be quite large. These are all the ingredients we used. We're using the zest of a lemon, a lime, and 2 clementines. You can use orange instead of clementine if you like. Peel a section of horseradish root that is about 2 inches long. Grate about 3 tablespoons. Don't worry, you can also use horseradish from the jar. You'll also use 3 tablespoons. Finely chop a large bunch of fresh dill, including the stems. Peel 3 medium-sized beets. These will add sweetness and a beautiful color to the salmon. Finally grate the beets and set aside. In a large bowl, add coarse sea salt, brown sugar, the citrus zest, horseradish, dill, and beetroot. Now for our favorite ingredient, Irish whiskey. Most chefs use vodka, but we had whiskey, so we used whiskey. You can use whatever strong alcohol you happen to have. The alcohol is not required, but it does add a lot of flavor. Mix everything together to incorporate. Use whatever container your salmon will fit into. It should have some depth. Add half of the curing mix, followed by the salmon, skin up. Many recipes instruct you to put a weight on top of the salmon. But Guillermo doesn't like to do that, as it smooshes the salmon and it doesn't look nice. That technique gains time, but the salmon goes flat. Push down a little to immerse the fish. Then top with the rest of the curing mix. Cover and leave in the fridge for 48 hours. After 48 hours, take out the salmon and rinse off the curing mix. You can discard the mix left in the container. Rinse with cold water, scrubbing with your fingers on both sides to get it all off. The fish is cured, but it's not ready. Now it needs to dry out so that you can slice it. Place on a rack and pat dry. Leave uncovered in the fridge on the rack for 2 to 3 days. After 2 to 3 days, your Gravlax is ready to eat. Look at that beautiful color. This Gravlax is going to be so delicious. Now you can store the Gravlax in plastic wrap or a Tupperware until you're ready to serve it. Gravlax is often served as an appetizer. Here's one simple and delicious way of serving it. We'll make a simple dill cream sauce with these ingredients. Add sour cream to a small bowl. Next add horseradish, either freshly grated or from a jar. Add lemon zest, lime zest, and fresh dill. Now add lemon juice, olive oil, and a pinch of salt and pepper. Mix well to incorporate. Now we'll slice the Gravlax. It's best to use a sharp knife. The 2 outer slices will be the darkest, as this part has been in direct contact with the beet mixture. You can decide how thick to slice it, but we sliced ours to a thickness of about 2 millimeters. As you can see, the salmon has a nice shape to it, since we decided not to weigh it down while it was curing. Cured salmon is such an elegant dish, and it's a plus that it's also affordable to make. Thinly slice some red onion or shallots. Then thinly slice some cucumber. We love to use the small Lebanese cucumbers. We are going to serve the Gravlax on some German bread we bought at the store. Top with the cucumber slices and spoon on the cream sauce. Now fold the Gravlax into waves to make it look more fancy. Top with the onion or shallots and some capers. Capers are essential, by the way. Don't skip these. Finish with a few small sprigs of dill. This Gravlax looks and tastes amazing. It's a healthy, refreshing appetizer, perfect for any occasion. If you liked our Gravlax video, we think you'd also like this one.
You are perfect. Just like this.
Our family loves the movie Encanto, so we decided to make arepas con queso.
You just healed my hand with an arepa con queso.
Arepas.
Add the cornmeal and a pinch of salt to a bowl. Add the melted butter and mix. Add water little by little, mixing after each time so the dough gradually rehydrates. When it becomes harder to mix with a spoon, start using your hands. The mixing should take about 2 minutes. Add the feta and mozzarella and mix. We used mozzarella, but to give more taste, we recommend using a sharp cheddar instead. To check if your dough is hydrated enough, form a ball and gently press your fingers into it. If there are noticeable cracks along the outside of your fingerprints, add a little more water to the dough. If the dough has too much liquid, add more flour. Cover and let rest for at least 5 minutes. Form 2-inch balls and press them flat to make discs that are about 3 inches long and 1/4 inch thick. Add oil to a hot pan on medium. Carefully add your arepas. Cook each side for 3 to 4 minutes until they are golden. These won't heal your hand, but they sure are tasty. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up and write us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. An avocado taco is an easy snack that we make all the time. Slice the avocado lengthwise and remove the pit with a knife or small spoon. Be sure the avocado is placed on the cutting board and that you're not holding it when you do this. Warm each side, flipping every 30 seconds for 2 minutes, or until the tortilla is soft and hot. Scoop out the avocado and lay over one side of the tortilla. Always put the taco filling on the side that is soft and thin so the tortilla doesn't break. Add salt and lime and enjoy. Or add salt and lime and salsa and enjoy a spicy snack.
We're making basic fluffy pancakes, but with no eggs. You won't miss the eggs. The texture and taste are perfect without them. The ingredient we use to replace the egg is both cheap and healthy. Start by melting 3 tablespoons of butter. You can set it aside. Now we'll mix our dry ingredients. Add 1 cup of all-purpose flour to a bowl, followed by 2½ teaspoons of baking powder and ½ a teaspoon of salt. Add a ½ teaspoon of cinnamon. The cinnamon is optional. Mix to combine. Now we'll prepare our wet ingredients. Our replacement for the egg? Bananas. Mashed up bananas do the same job as eggs in terms of binding and moisture. They also add a nice natural sweetness. Ripe bananas work best because they're moist and sweet, so you definitely don't need to add sugar. You can mash them to a puree, or you can leave some lumps. You can also use a fork to mash them. Bananas are far cheaper than eggs in most places. We only paid 59 cents a pound for our ripe bananas. Applesauce also works very well in place of the bananas, and we have a video on how to make it. Add the melted butter. Add a cup of milk to the bananas. You can also use a plant-based milk. Add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. The vanilla is optional. Pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients and whisk gently. Don't overmix because the pancakes will be too dense. By mixing gently, you end up with light, fluffy pancakes. If you want your pancakes to be thinner, you can add more milk. Let the dough rest for 5 minutes before cooking. Any kind of pan works to make pancakes. We chose cast iron. Turn the pan onto medium-low. Add a little butter to the pan. You can add more each time you add new pancakes if you need to. You can decide how big you want your pancakes to be. We're using 1/3 of a cup scoop for ours. Our pancakes are quite thick, so we need to shape them a little. On the first side, cook for 1 to 2 minutes or until the bottom is golden brown and you can see some bubbles on top. Then flip with a lifter or spatula. This is the golden brown color you're aiming for. The second side will cook more quickly than the first. If you find this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We don't just have pancakes for breakfast. They make a perfect snack or side for lunch or supper. Another great thing about banana pancakes is that because they're so moist, you can make them in advance and reheat when you're ready for them. They also freeze really well. We love our pancakes with maple syrup. We also often warm up some frozen blueberries in a pot and pour them on the pancakes with the maple syrup. So delicious. If you liked this video, we think you'll enjoy this one too.
Welcome to our show, everyone. Today, Guillermo shares 6 secrets on how to make mouth-watering hummus. Follow the secrets you'll see here today to make restaurant-style hummus.
Secret number 1. Use good quality chickpeas. This makes a big difference in flavor.
Soak the chickpeas in a large bowl for at least 8 hours. The longer you soak them, the easier to digest the hummus will be. If you're short on time, don't despair. You can just cook them for longer or use a pressure cooker.
Secret number 2. Simmer a bowl of garlic in olive oil.
Slow down, just say the word. Simmer a bulb of garlic in olive.
Simmer a bulb of garlic in olive oil for half an hour.
A bulb of garlic is enough to give lots of flavor, but not so much that it's overpowering. Cooking the garlic for a long time assures that it's not overly strong, but adds lots of flavor to the hummus. When you're done soaking your chickpeas, strain them and rinse them well. Put them in a pot with about 2 inches of water above the chickpeas. Don't add the salt yet, because that would lengthen the cooking time. Cook the chickpeas for 45 minutes to an hour. Remove the foam to prevent spillage.
Secret number 3. Add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. This softens the chickpea skins.
You'll see why this is important when we get to secret number 4. The chickpeas are ready when they're very soft, but not coming apart. Strain and rinse them again. Pour them back into the pot. The following secret makes a big difference in the taste of your hummus.
Secret number 4. Remove the skins of the chickpeas.
This is easier to do because the skins have been softened by the baking soda. Put your hands in the water and scoop up some chickpeas. Gently rub them together between your hands to loosen the skins. Do this a few times to loosen as many as you can. Just do it until you run out of patience. Scoop out the skins and strain the chickpeas again. Remove the seeds from your lemon juice. There are a few different ways to do this.
Secret number 5. Toast the cumin seeds.
Add the seeds to a hot pan on medium heat. Constantly stir or jiggle. Toast for about a minute. Grind the seeds with a mortar and pestle. Add the cooked chickpeas to a food processor. You can also use a blender or hand blender. Blend the chickpeas. Add the olive oil and garlic. Lemon juice. Tahini. Cumin. And salt.
Secret number 6. Mix for a long time to make your hummus silky smooth.
As with soups, this is how fine restaurants distinguish themselves. Taste and add more salt if needed. To serve, drizzle with more olive oil and garnish with sumac, paprika, or cayenne pepper. Thank you for watching. If you like what we do, please subscribe to our channel and like and share this video. Yogurt is an excellent source of live bacterial cultures that are important for your health. It's also very tasty.
It's delicious. Mama's maple syrup is the best.
Welcome to our YouTube channel.
Did you know you can make your own yogurt? I didn't until Guillermo showed me how.
Making your own yogurt is eco-friendly and so much cheaper than buying it from the store. We're gonna make this much yogurt from...
It's your fault.
No. We're gonna make this much yogurt from this yogurt and this milk.
All it takes is 2 ingredients and 20 minutes of your time. Start by buying a high-quality yogurt from a good brand. It's well worth the initial investment. Heat the milk on the stove until it's close to boiling. Stir constantly. The milk is hot enough when it's at about 84 degrees Celsius. Remove from the heat. Leave the milk to sit until it cools to around 43 degrees Celsius. Thin the starter yogurt in a bowl by adding a little milk and mixing. Add the starter into the pot with the milk and mix. Store in a warm place. We stored ours in the oven with the light on and the door open a crack. Leave for 6 to 18 hours. The longer you leave it, the tangier the yogurt. Leave to cool down for an hour. When it looks firm, it's ready. Slice the yogurt and jiggle the pot a little. This allows the whey to escape. Put the yogurt in the fridge to cool down completely so the curds become firm. To thicken the yogurt, strain it into a bowl using a strainer covered with a cheesecloth or tea towel. The longer you leave it to strain, the thicker it becomes. We left ours to strain in the fridge for 45 minutes. This gave us the thickness of Greek yogurt. Store in a jar in the fridge for up to a week. You can use this yogurt as another starter to make your next batch of yogurt. Save the nutritious whey in a jar to add to smoothies, soups, or in bread making. We guarantee you'll feel proud of your yogurt.
Thank you for watching.
If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and tell your friends about us. You can make this delicious marmalade for a fraction of the price of good store-bought marmalade. A good brand costs about $8.50. Ours costs only $2.70 to make. So each time you make it, you save around $5.80. Here's how to make it. Peel off the orange rind, leaving the bitter white part on the orange. You can use any kind of orange, but Seville oranges are best because they have the most pectin. Arrange the rind in a pile, as it's easier to chop that way. Use the sharpest knife you have to julienne as thinly as possible. This makes for a nice texture. Slice the peeled orange in half and juice it, trying not to break the peel. Strain the juice to remove any seeds. Reserve the pulp, taking out the seeds. Scoop out the remaining pulp with a spoon. Chop up the pulp and set aside. Repeat the process with a lemon. Lemon is very important in jams because it gives a subtle tanginess to the flavor and cuts the sweetness. This time don't bother trying to scoop out the pulp. It's too hard. The juice will be enough. In a medium pot, add the sugar, pulp, orange and lemon julienne, orange juice, and lemon juice. Set the stove to high and bring the mixture to a boil. Stir occasionally to help the sugar dissolve and to mix the ingredients. When it starts to boil, cover and remove from the heat and let sit overnight at room temperature. This allows the pectin to be released from the peel and pulp. The next day, remove the lid and bring to a boil again. Then reduce the temperature to medium-low and simmer, stirring every 4 minutes. Don't cover the pot as you want the liquid to evaporate. The marmalade will begin to thicken and change color. After about a half an hour, you can check if the marmalade is set. One way of testing is to take a spoonful and place it on a cold plate. Place it in the fridge for 5 minutes. Take it out, and if it wrinkles when you push it, like this, it's set and ready to be removed from the heat. If you have a cooking thermometer, you can measure the temperature instead. The marmalade is set at 105 degrees Celsius. Remove the pot from the stove. While the marmalade is still hot, transfer it to a sterilized jar. When it cools down, you can store it in the fridge, or you can also store it in the cupboard. It will be easier to spread if you store it in the cupboard. This marmalade tastes even better on homemade bread. If you'd like to make this delicious and healthy bread, here's the recipe. You'll be proud of yourself for having made not one, but 2 delicious recipes.
Yummy.
Making your own applesauce is quick and easy. Applesauce doesn't need any added sugar, and it's better to leave in the peels as they're full of nutrients. You can mix all different types of apples together. These are the kinds we picked last weekend. First, rinse them off. You only need water, don't use soap. These are some tools for processing apples. You really don't need the first 2. It's easier to just use a knife. First, cut the apple in half. Don't worry about the bruises. Just include everything unless there are rotten parts or a worm. Cut in half again and carefully remove the core from each piece. Slice into chunks. Here's another way to slice the apples. We prefer the first way because we waste a bit of apple this way. It is a bit faster though. Again, slice into chunks. Put the apples into a large pot with a lid, along with a couple of cinnamon sticks. We're doing a large quantity here, but you can use as many apples as you like, according to how many will fit into your pot. If your batch is small, just use 1 cinnamon stick. Add a 1/4 cup of water, cover, and turn the heat onto the lowest setting. Cooking the apples will take from 40 minutes to an hour. Every 5 minutes, stir the apples around to prevent burning. Then cover. Also check that there's some liquid at the bottom, and if not, add another 1/4 cup of water and stir. This will prevent the apples from burning. Homemade applesauce will last in the fridge for a week to 10 days, and it freezes well. After 40 minutes, check if they're soft using a fork. Once they're soft, take off the heat and remove the cinnamon sticks. Let the cooked apples cool a little bit before blending. It's safer that way. Apples are high in fiber, vitamin C, and antioxidants, so applesauce makes the perfect healthy snack or breakfast. You'll need to stop blending and stir once or twice. Please click the thumbs up if you find this video helpful. Oops! Now we need to clean the camera. Your applesauce is ready. It's delicious on its own, and you can use it in baking or smoothies. We show you 2 methods for making homemade oat yogurt. You'll never buy yogurt from the store again. The first time around making this recipe, you'll need to buy the yogurt, but after that you won't need to buy it again. You'll use your own yogurt to make more. The oat-based yogurt you buy should have live bacterial cultures. Method 1. For method 1, you'll need oat milk, oat flour, and an oat-based yogurt. Pour the oat milk into a medium-sized pot. Add the oat flour. Mix together until the lumps are all incorporated. Place the pot on medium heat and keep mixing until the mixture thickens and reaches a temperature of about 85 degrees Celsius. Whisk constantly so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pot. Remove from the heat and continue mixing to speed up the cooling process. Once the temperature has cooled down to 40 degrees Celsius, add the oat-based yogurt. Mix well to incorporate and cover the pot. Then place it in a warm place. We put ours in our oven, set to 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 37 degrees Celsius. Leave it to cultivate in the warm place for 8 to 10 hours. Remove from the warm place and lightly mix. At this point, the yogurt is not quite ready. Pour it into a clean jar. Put the lid on and place in the fridge overnight to thicken. With this method, you may not need a sweetener, as store-bought oat milk is a bit sweet. Method 2. Oats are among the healthiest, most nutrient-dense grains on earth. A gluten-free whole grain, they are high in protein, fiber, and antioxidants. To make the oat milk, pour the oats into a bowl and add the water. Cover with a towel or plate and let sit for 10 minutes. You'll be so glad you took a little time to save a lot of money. Add to a blender and mix on high for about a minute until smooth. Place a strainer in a bowl and cover the strainer with a tea towel. Pour in the mixture and wrap with a towel so you can squeeze out the liquid. Squeeze out as much liquid as you can. You can use the remaining oats to make oatmeal, muffins, or a smoothie. Don't throw them out. Pour the liquid into a pot on medium heat and whisk continuously. If it gets too thick, add a little water, about a quarter cup at a time. Keep cooking and mixing until the temperature reaches about 85 degrees Celsius. Remove from the heat. If the mixture is very thick, Add a little more water and mix well until it is smooth and has a consistency like this. When the mixture has cooled to 40 degrees Celsius, add the oat-based yogurt and mix well. Cover and place in a warm place. We put ours in our oven, set to 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 37 degrees Celsius. Leave it to cultivate in the warm place for 8 to 10 hours. Remove from the warm place and stir. The yogurt is ready to use. With this method, it doesn't need to be left to thicken, it's already thick enough. Pour into a clean jar and store in the fridge. This yogurt tastes quite plain. You'll need to add a sweetener or use it in a smoothie. We hope you enjoy your super healthy, dairy-free yogurt.
If you found this video helpful, we think you'd like this one too.